Hello there, Virgo. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to your check-in. Let's see what's going on with Spirit, what messages you need to hear today. If you are new here, welcome to this channel, to our channel. Thank you so much for being here. Now, these are timeless readings, so trust that your intuition has brought you here because there's a message just for you in today's reading. This is something about, your current energy levels, maybe to guide you in how the day is progressing, if you've got any challenges, things like that. And also maybe some hints about what's coming up for you. All right, here we go. Virgo, bottom of the deck, we've got Six of Cups. Okay, so you may be doing a little bit of reminiscing, thinking about the past, the good times and the bad. So here's the thing, memories are great, right? And we love to reminisce about the past, especially the good times, but sometimes the bad times can also leave quite a mark, kind of a scar in our our day-to-day behaviors. And so universe is saying, it's okay to reminisce about the past, really think about the good times, the bad times, but you cannot live in the past because you've got something else going on for you. They've got something else that is around the corner for you. So just learn from the past. That's the most important part. Now, the Three of Cups here is all about celebration and being around people who support you. And remember to always surround yourself with people who either have the same vibration or energy levels as you, or someone you want to be or aspire to have the same energy level of. I hope that makes sense. So you never want to, obviously bring yourself around people who have that lower energy level just because it's going to bring you down to that level. So sometimes at work situations, things like that, we may be surrounded by people who kind of bring us down. And so always ask yourself, what energy level did that put you after you have an interaction with someone? Okay, I hope that's kind of coming across, because I know that I get caught up. I'm kind of an empath, right? Not kind of, I truly am, because I'm one of those people. That's why I'm such an introvert. I tend to have to stick to being around just myself because I really pick up on people's vibes. I know when they're sick. I know when they're not doing well. I know when they are having, emotional challenges before they even speak. And so if you're that type of person, really be cognizant of who you surround yourself with and the energies that are around you. But nonetheless, you are in a time right now of celebration and family, surrounding yourself with loving people. Eight of Cups. So yeah, in much to the same thing that I was saying, surrounding yourself with people who support you. Now, using your intuition, because, we all have it. We just have to recognize that we have it, allow it to happen. Using your intuition, recognize the things in your life that don't belong around you. Now, I understand there's some things that you can't just get rid of, right? Like family. You can't do that. However, learning to really create that boundary to protect yourself and knowing that you can't have that around you. You can't have that negative energy around you and leaving that behind. Figuratively, if that's what needs to happen, right? And knowing that when they get around you and they pull that energy level down, that that's not something that needs to be near you because it really sucks down that energy. Now, the Eight of Cups can also go a little bit deeper, and you may be identifying something in your life that no longer belongs there, whether it is your current job situation, your current relationship situation, whatever it may be, or even just you thinking negatively, right? Like the self-imposed limitations that we put, on ourselves, like the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, right? Those types of things, and you recognizing literally that those things don't belong in your mind. They shouldn't consume space in your time during the day. We only get so much time on this planet, and the last thing we want to do is spend it, in that negative energy state. Okay, so that's enough of that. So Four of Wands is all about celebration again. So you are in a really celebratory, fun time in your life right now. There's so much that is going on around you. You are transforming absolutely beautifully. And you are creating structure, stability in your life. And look at all the maidens here, celebrating together. This is also you gaining independence, right? And so maybe this may be independence from the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords that you've been getting a lot of, which is, like I said, that mentality of feeling stuck or feeling as though you can't do something, and also the anxieties and fears and worries. And so you may be having your breakthrough, which is great, right? Like the Ace of Swords, and having those mental clarity moments that's allowing you to be free. And this is the card of independence, to emotionally and to be mentally be free of a situation. This is also, again, like I said, the 4. This is structure, creating structure in your life and stability in your life. I like that for you. Now, you've got the Temperance card here, again, to remind you about patience, to remind you that you need to create balance and moderation in your life. If you're working too much, if you're perseverating too much over a certain thought or certain feelings, you know, you have to create some sort of balance and moderation in your life. I know that Virgos love to work because I'm surrounded by them, and really what gives you guys a lot of happiness and contentment is to produce, to make something, and so you like to be of service, you like to be of good use. So remember, it's very good that you are very giving, but you do have to create some stability. Also, the other thing is to also remember that there is a path for you, that there is the sunshine, the sun on the other side here, and that you have to trust that the universe has something wonderful for you. And that is why you have the 8 of Cups, which is you walking away from things that don't function in your life well. They don't add to the beauty in your life that you are trying to create. I think half the time, you know, recognizing what doesn't belong in our everyday world is the battle, right? You know, because you don't know, you don't understand. It's like, why do I feel like this all the time? But sometimes part of it is just that it's hard for us to really understand or recognize the things that don't serve us. King of Wands, yay, the King of Wands again for you. So the King of Wands is bold, authoritative, the visionary. This is the leader, and you are taking on that very leadership quality in being boss of your life, right? Controlling and knowing what it is that belongs and doesn't belong in your life. The Chariot, you're on the move. You may be moving, you may be changing jobs, you may be considering changing jobs. You may also be in the position to be promoted. Some of you may do some traveling, and this is great. But overall, this is about your will and your perseverance and your determination for independence. In the Rider-Waite cards, much like this, you know, the person driving the chariot just, you know, is leaving a place, and you notice that he's not even controlling the horses here. There are no reins, but he just knows. I mean, this is a fated event. It's going to happen. You're on the move. Things are going to happen for you very quickly. And so you're going to have to go within, use your intuition, because we don't want to miss out on this opportunity here to really create that abundance that we are always looking for. Page of Pentacles, once again, yeah, new opportunities, new ideas, new plans, right? I think that there's a part of you either get the Page of Pentacles or like the 2 of Wands. You're planning, you're strategizing, you're trying to figure out what to do next with your life, because you know that the current situation is, sure, maybe okay, maybe not okay, but you know that there's just something about it that you're just itching to find out. What is it? You know, there's a new plan for me. There's something better for me on the other side. And, you know, you are going to go after it. The 7 of Wands is you taking a stance and creating that boundary between you and people who may not necessarily agree with your plans or with your goals, and you saying, you know what, I'm going to go to the other side, much like the 6 of Swords, right? I'm getting on the boat. I'm going to calmer waters. I want something better for myself. This is you establishing that boundary. The 7 of Wands is usually, you know, with the Rider-Waite, it's the guy on top of the hill trying to fight people off with the sticks. That's okay that you have that around you, because there's something that you're doing that's really pushing people's emotions. But if that's truly what belongs in your heart, what you truly want to do is, you know, cross to the other side, well, then that's what you need to do, right? I mean, that's what your heart is calling for. And so you establish that boundary and you go about your business, right? You don't want to stay in that negative energy state where you're constantly fighting with people. That's not good either. So 4 of Swords is you taking a break, right? Remember to rest, take a break and enjoy life. Connect with your higher self, connect with the divine, your divine self. And that's what's going to lead to that intuition, sharpening your intuition and hearing and listening to the inner voice that you have, that spirit is trying to tell you, the messages the spirit is trying to tell you. Some of you may be asking, what is the purpose? What is next for me? And really the only time that we are able to really hear it is during times of quiet, right? That's why you're the Hermit. The Hermit card is all about that, taking that time of isolation and allowing yourself to really go within, much like the High Priestess as well. So 4 of Swords is the same thing, taking a rest and just relaxing, because you do work quite hard, quite a lot. There you go. That your Tower moments, in the future here, in your outcome, you're going to have to face everything from the past. And I know that you guys have had some serious Tower moments. I think a lot of the zodiac signs have too, but The reason why I started this series with Virgo is because I have a lot of people in my life who, I'm not a Virgo, but there's a lot of people in my life who have gone through their tower moments and they're having some difficulties. This is the time where it replays itself. Not that you're going to go over it and have it occur again. It's almost like it's a test, right? The universe is asking you, did you learn your lesson? If not, you're going to end up repeating that tower moment. It's going to keep coming back until your spirit, your soul learns that lesson that it's supposed to learn. It keeps repeating itself, right? If you keep asking yourself, why does this always happen to me? Well, it's probably because maybe, you haven't learned the purpose of those occurrences. What did you learn about yourself? So the tower had to destroy things in your life, and that basically universe had to remove those things from your life because it didn't support what was coming next in your life. Right? You're not losing yourself by letting go of the past. It's you discovering your truest self. So it's not that you're leaving behind and you're going to have a lot of loss, and it's normal to grieve over it, but trust that this is you, by you moving forward, this is you discovering your truest self and trusting in new beginnings in your life. So universe is reminding you, did you learn your lesson? If you have, then you can continue on and go to the other side and, continue to take a stance. If you haven't, then you can't have the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Ace of Pentacles is a gift, much like this. This is a new beginning. And the tower moment is telling you, look, this happened in the past. I don't want you to ruin it. I'm giving you a new beginning. I don't want you to ruin it and make the same mistakes as before. Okay, whatever that may be. But the Ace of Pentacles is telling you you've got a gift that the universe is presenting you. Whatever that is, go within so you can connect with your higher self so that you can start that new beginning, right? You can plan, you can strategize, you can actually go after it. There's a part of you that's very, ambitious and very diligent, and whatever it is, you're going to, put your energy towards it and you're going to succeed. Just make sure that you learned what you needed to learn so you can close out that chapter in your life. Page of Wands. Another new beginning, new inspiration, new curiosity, right? And you knowing that you want to open up your world and take advantage of these new opportunities and new beginnings. There's that spark in you, and you're going to get it done because you have the energy of the King of Wands right now. You're a visionary, and you're really truly seeing where you want your life to be, in the near future. Six of Cups, Five of Cups. Yeah. So when you move forward, right, you're going to feel a sense of loss because your part of you is kind of being tugged towards the past, and you're thinking, well, if I leave these things behind, I've invested so much time and effort and energy in it. What do? I feel like a part of me is missing. So the Three of Pentacles here, because you are so very diligent, you're creating structure and stability in your life. There's a part of you that may be leaving a career or starting a new business or something like that, and you're thinking, well, I've spent so much time in that company, I don't want to leave it behind. But trust that your skills are maybe better served elsewhere, and other people are going to commission your work. They're going to ask you to collaborate with them and work with them. All right, so there is always something around the corner for you. You just have to believe that universe wants that for you. All right, the Devil. So the Devil is, again, a reminder to you that you have so much that we are giving you, that the universe is giving you, and don't let yourself be imprisoned by any self-destructive, self-sabotaging behavior. The Tower moment also is here to remind you, did you learn your lesson? I will let you pass. I will let you move forward if you have learned your lesson. If you haven't learned your lesson, if you haven't, figured it out, then the pain of the past, right, the roadblocks of the past will just move forward with you, and then it repeats itself. This cycle repeats itself, and you're like, why did it happen again? Well, did you learn your lesson the first time, right? So the universe is constantly testing us. Six of Pentacles. You may be, so everything from the Tower moment has given you some level of wisdom, right? You've learned that, there's despair. There are things that happened in the past. What have I learned? Now, this is you offering support to others who may be in need of support, right? Because at one time when things came crashing down and you didn't think that, things were going to get any better, someone offered you support, whether it's just a simple hello or somebody just talking with you for a short period of time, giving you a little bit of advice, there's to kind of get you through the day. Well, here's your moment, right? This moment of reciprocity. This is actually a card of abundance because now you've gained so much wealth, whether it's wealth in wisdom, wealth financially, whatever it is. This is your chance, your turn to give back. One more card, Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands, like I said, you're ready to set sail. You're ready to start something new. And I love this for you because here you are, you're very ambitious and you see that the world is out there for you to take. The Three of Wands says, okay, yeah, I'm truly ready to expand my life, expand my world. Five of Cups, bottom of the deck, just like I'd spoken earlier, don't let yourself get caught up in the past and dwelling in regret. We don't want you to live in regret. There's so much out there for you. Eight of Earth, this is Eight of Pentacles. So remember I said that you're very diligent. This is your skilled work. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. So yeah, there's that part of you that whenever you see that there is a chance for you to expand your world, you're going to put your heart and soul into it so you can master that skill. King of Water, this is the King of Cups. So with all of the pain from the Tower moments and all of the swords, right, you know, you gain that wisdom. You're trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, right? So that goes along with your Six of Pentacles that I was just talking about. Charity work. So there is that part of you that's going to be called upon to show support and give to others, right? Give support to others. Okay, one more. Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles. So yeah, so this is that shadow behavior here. You feeling, you know, having fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. So that is that part of you that feels like you've been left out, that you are insecure, that you've lost something, right? Again, we're talking about this sort of like the Five of Cups and Five of Earth. It's kind of like that feeling as though there's something that's missing in your life. And the thing is trust. Trust that the universe is alchemizing, the trust that the universe is creating something absolutely beautiful for you. You've just got to keep going on that voyage, right? You have to actually take that next step. It's one thing to dream about it, but you actually have to put it into motion, right? You've got to put it into motion with the Chariot. But also the Wheel card here, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Wow, what a great way to end a reading. So those of you who are seeking something different in your life, this is your sign right here, that there's so much that is going on in this reading. There's so much that's going on around you. There are some things that may keep you from moving forward, even though this is all fated. Things are going to happen whether you like it or not. The thing is that there is a part of you that's going to have to emotionally deal with that because you will feel a sense of loss, a feeling like something is missing in your life. Don't let those sabotaging moments or memories hold you back. Much like, you know, we started this reading with the Six of Cups. Don't let your memories hold you back and keep you living in the past. Be grateful for the things that you have that's remaining in your life and move forward. Okay? Hopefully you guys got some advice, got some clarity through this reading here. I think this is absolutely beautiful. Things are moving on. Things are changing for you. I'm sorry, there's a glare. It's just my lights and this camera. Anyways, but yeah, things are moving. Things are changing. I think there's a part of you that's being pushed to make a decision. And I think you know already what decision to make. So trust your gut, trust your intuition. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for being here. If no one has told you today, I love you very much. I will talk to you tomorrow. If you're new here, thank you for being here. Welcome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll talk soon. All right. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.